You little baby kid. It is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, about 5:22. Now my car says it's 104, so it could be about 100 today. I'll check on WeatherBug. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. This is where I drop food off at your doorstep. Here we go. All right, according to WeatherBug, it's 101 degrees today, so it did break 100. All right, first one, $7.50, $7.50, 0.5 miles at Chipotle. All right, we will arrive at the Chipotle at 2.4 miles. 7 minutes. Looks like someone found their soapbox.
Let's go!
All right, got a $4.50 one at Chick-fil-A, 0.1 mile. Be there at 6:19 arrival. All right, this Chick-fil-A is going 7 miles. We'll arrive at 6:50 arrival, about 15 minutes. Old school movie theater. All right, got a little $3 McDonald's, 0.9 miles, 4 minutes. Picking up one on the way back. Little East Barry McDonald's. right, we got one at Serious Pizza. It's 0.3 miles. Be there at 7:28. So they have an 18-inch, 24-inch, 30-inch pizza. Huh. I'm freaking magical. Why are you so serious, pizza? All right, Chick-fil-A on Hewland. We'll be there in 0.7. Didn't get the amount. Let me see. Yeah, so 550. It's another long night. All right, this Chick-fil-A is going 1.5 miles. We'll be there at 8:08. These have the little 7-Eleven signs on them. That means you get a nickel off the price. Serious Pizza, once again, 0.2 miles, 750 on this one. The student loans are crying out. And I hope they know how to hold hold the breath. I think, did I do it? Yeah, I turned too soon. I know a back way. I'm gonna cut around in and out. Sorry if you don't like the portrait, just close your eyes. We're actually going to Serious Pizza. It's down the way. See if there's a back way. Yeah, there is right here. You just turn here and it'll lead you right through if you ever miss. You don't have the U-turn on the West 7th area. You just go in this little back way. Watch for Orca because they got a station. The reason I was thinking that movie Slacker, that lady's like, yeah, it's a medical doctor. That person, yeah, a lady definitely needs to see a medical doctor, or whatever she says, you know. Just, I don't know, I think of Slacker once in a while when doing this. Where is Sirius? You know what? It's right there. I think so. It's kind of hard to find a little bit. This is a F-O-C-H, Fox Street. And there's West 7th. There's a little back way. That's got to be Sirius. Yeah, it is. I don't see what else it would be. Yeah, it's Serious Pizza. It's a little back way in. Oh, so I was going the right way. Yeah. Reverse. It's like a real weird video game. Like the game Sims. Good things are worth the wait. Our pie is seriously good. Read on. All right, this Serious Pizza will go 12 miles. We'll be there at 8:57. So you hear, man, there was that guy driving down 30, man, and he rolled down the window and he just started bam, 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 bam. Started shooting his gun all over the place, man. And then all of a sudden he stuck his head out the window and he started laughing like Woody Woodpecker. And then finally, man, the cops came on and man, he just took his gun and blammo, ended it all, man. Paraphrase from Slacker. Plantation Drive. I think it's on the edge of Fort Worth, but this actually heads to Dallas. That's actually Plantation Road. It's on the very edge of Fort Worth. All right, finally got a $10 Papa John's. 3.6 miles, we'll arrive at 9:33. It'll take about 6 minutes to get there. See, in my story read, this is where I imagined the Dorf meeting Pop the dog and eventually Lady Shelby, where he's actually married under the bridge by a traveling minister, married to Lady Shelby. Thanks for the extra bag, appreciate it. Got an extra bag. All right, this Papa John's will be going 2 miles. We'll be there at 9:40. All right, a little McDonald's for $5.50. I'll be there in 2 miles, 10:01 arrival. Right, this McDonald's is going 8 miles. We'll arrive there at 10:22 arrival. All right, so it's a $4 Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll arrive at 8.9 miles. $30 one at Burgers and Beyond had a GPS connection with the Wingstop. Or it was a GPS disconnection, really, what it was. Burgers and Beyond. A lot of Door Dashers. Feels like a Jim Jarmusch film. Right, going by the D grocery store. 2.7 miles, 1108. So roughly it took around 20 minutes for both orders. Right, first D grocery order, 2.7 miles, will arrive at 11:34 arrival. This one say, yep, that's correct. This one's going to the Hilton, and I haven't decided if it's going to be the last one for tonight yet, but I'll make that decision probably in a moment. You can see JFK right here. I think that might be the Hilton. Yeah, JFK did make a speech the day before his death in Fort Worth, and the Secret Service is really nervous about it. That's JFK. There's Jacqueline, JFK up there. I'm gonna go through here and then turn around. Well, I'm just gonna go around the whole thing right here. Yeah, that's the Hilton. wouldn't have applied in that bank right there, that building, to work in the eatery there. They didn't like me videoing things in there though. I was very discreet about it though. Let's see. Okay. There's valet that way. So if you go straight, you just turn in this way. Or no, actually it's right here. There it is. Hey, y'all couldn't hold the elevator, could you? The elevator? Yeah. Okay, thanks. I'm just trying to get to the 5th floor. So JFK did come through here, and they do have a little exhibit on one of the higher floors. I've done a vlog on it one time. It's connected to that UMB bank building, this Hilton is. I think he actually probably may have stayed here. Yeah, here it is. So it says, there are no faint hearts in Fort Worth. John F. Kennedy, November 22nd, 1963. Well, they erected it then. He spoke on November 21st, the day before that was erected. Yeah, there are no faint hearts in Fort Worth. John F. Kennedy, November 22nd, 1963. And this is some of it right here. This tribute was made possible through the generosity of the following donors. President Circle, downtown Fort Worth initiatives, Taylor and Shirley J. Gandy. And the cabinet members. President Kennedy spoke of global economics, national defense, the country's ambition in space, and Fort Worth's role in aviation history. He challenged America to bear the burden. We celebrate the past to awaken the future. We celebrate the past to awaken the future. John F. Kennedy said 1960. This is the John Fitzgerald Kennedy, President of the United States Memorial in Fort Worth, Texas. Pretty nice. Hey, buddy. There he is right there, speaking of Fort Worth. There's all the Fort Worthians. Man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. JFK. On November 22nd, before the days of the tragedy saddened Americans everywhere, the people of Fort Worth revealed in President John F. Kennedy's enthusiastic received visit to our city. Pretty cool. Yeah, this was taking me out to Haltom, little Pizza Hut for $3. I guess for acceptance, right? Keep that going. 2 for $1, $1.02. There's Haltom's Chewy Mexican restaurant. I don't really understand this particular order. They had me go way out to Haltom for $3. It's more than 10 miles to pick up pizza, which is not even in the zone. It's not even in the Fort Worth zone. It's very bizarre. It's taking me way out here for $3 to pick up a pizza and drop it off. Hopefully it's not very far from this Pizza Hut right here in Haltom. Kind of figuring out, I don't understand why. I did write a story about this place called The Catnappers, which is kind of like my version of Stephen King's The Body, which they later made a movie called Stand By Me. But it all took place in Haltom. If I get funding for it, it'd be a cool place to film it. So the transformer needs to be checked. Looks like they're closed. Are y'all closed? Are y'all closed? Are you closed? All right, someone else already came by and picked it up, so that's just $3. At least I don't have to drop it off. Well, I mean, it would have been $3, but I had to unassign without pay. Don't understand this one at all. Oh well. We're gonna go ahead and head back. That'll be the last one for tonight. This QT kind of disappeared. Chewy's Mexican restaurant's not too far from here, if I'm not mistaken. See if they got them heat nuts. And we're dealing with, we're pretty much maybe get a little bit of gas.
Thank you for shopping at Christmas.
Doesn't look like they have them. These are these are the larger ones. They have these though. It's good to mix them up. I don't know how much these are. I don't have the price on them. Or on those. Kind of robot. We'll try these out.
I'm cleaning the floor. Thank you for shopping at Christmas. Robot is working. Please be careful.
And these other heat peanuts here. But I like the ones that have a little 2 for $1.02. I don't know why I like those. But you find them sometimes at offbeat gas stations and stuff. Some QTs have them. I think maybe 7-Eleven might, but then 7-Eleven has these too, so maybe Racetrack. Listen to the beginning part of the Vineland again. Heard it like many times. I just like the way they do it on Google Books. The way they perform it, it's directed. It's got like people that interpret the script and everything. I may switch over to The Crying of Lot 49 in a minute. I don't really like the reading that much, but it's an important book, and I might check it out. Crying of Lot 49 is also Thomas Pynchon. The read is just, I don't know the guy, but he's got a YouTube show, but he's reading The Crying of Lot 49, which is Thomas Pynchon. It's just very dry, and it's just him reading it only. Where the Google Books, they do a performance, you know, they plan it out, they interpret what they're going to say, just like a play or a radio show. He just basically is talking like this. It's like if I did the whole show like this. Today is Thursday, July 31st, 2025. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I will go drop stuff at your doorstep. Next will be Pizza Hut, 1.7 mile, you know. I don't know. You can kind of listen to it a little bit. You know, have you ever highlighted text or whatever and then like played it? And it's a robot talking like this. I am telling you a story. Yep, I will. You know, just the words only. There's no interpretation of, you know, there's a reason why a writer writes a certain sentence, and then there's an interpretation of it, and then there's a character all of a sudden starts talking. He's like in the grocery store, like, man, I saw this UFO outside, and man, I bought some Twinkies, and like, you ever seen that Richard Linklater film, Slacker? You know, and then it's like all this stuff was going on, and all, you know, and the character, you can tell that they're alive because they're talking about things, you know, that they would talk about or whatever. You know, they come alive. Like he just like, Thomas Pynchon crying of the Lot 49. You know, I don't know. It's okay. I mean, it's still, he reads for 4 hours and does this. It's like a 4-hour mistake. But, you know, we've all made our mistakes. I do a reading of the Catnappers on SoundCloud. You can find it if you know, it's there. It was a pretty good reading. It was there for a while. It was a limited time series kind of thing. But yeah, I did a reading of it, and it was pretty good. I used music. I used some Black Sabbath music in between scenes because he talks about Black Sabbath. And I think maybe Metallica song was used, maybe. I'm not for sure on that one. I have to double check. But it's in Berlin, so it's there. It's a reading. I did it in Carrollton at the Mansions at Sunset Ridge when we were starting the Linda and Cole band. And that was all in stories too, you know. There were still songs, but there were still stories, you know. I don't really consider myself one thing, you know. I'm not gonna say I'm only a writer. I am a vlogger, okay? That's scientific fact, okay? Now, whether it's a 1 million view a day YouTube show may or may not make, you know, a difference right now, but in the future they might can find it. You know, it's about this writer that's struggling. He's also been an actor at one time. He's done like 50 stage shows. He's written some books, and you know, he's like trying to get discovered. And so, you know, it's that kind of show. I don't know, you know. Universal's coming in 2027, but I may be gone by then. I may go to another area. I'm not going to say where. I'm by 2027 maybe, but I'm just going to hint at it. I'm not going to reveal all my plans and stuff. I'm getting a little more secretive since my sister passed, and it's still a show, okay? Just accept it. It's still a show. It's still a vlog. It's a video log for sure. But anyone can do it, true, but not everyone does. Not everyone keeps a diary. You know, some people do, some people don't. Some people will keep a diary where they only make a diary entry once every 3 or 4 months. That's not an extensive diary, but yeah. This is a diary, okay? This is a vlog. It's a video log. I'm logging a diary, okay? Whether you like it or not, you know, that's up to you. But it's still a diary. It documents time and space. We're in River Oaks right now, about to pass the police department. And also where Linda got arrested for basically running a red light, going left on a red light that looks kind of weird. It's a light that kind of turns, you kind of turn like that, and you can't really tell. These lights are all weird in River Oaks. It's all like, it tricks you, you know? and she turned left on it. They arrested her a long time ago, and they threw her in that county, or it's not county jail, but it's a jail, and I had to bail her out. And it was probably this light right here. See how that yellow one's blinking? It was probably going the other direction. So more than likely it was that one, I think, back there, because she was pulled over at this state inspection place right here, and that's where I picked her up and we brought her back to her car. And the officer's name they are in the vlog, so it is released. I did re-release it. So Whitley was one of them. And they showed no mercy. They really do here in River Oaks. My dad ran a liquor store here, and I'm paying for that in a way. You got to understand Ibsen, okay? The sins of the father go to the sins of the son. So I'm paying for that. I know, I'm realizing that now. He ran a liquor store. He shouldn't have done it. He was raised Baptist, but he did, and I have to pay for it a different way, not in a financial way. But ultimately, that debt will be paid for. So when the father sins, the son has to pay for it, according to Ibsen, the great playwright. Okay? So you have to be careful if you're a father on what type of business that you do, right? Liquor is not good. I don't think it is good. Anyway, if you're in church and everyone was talking about a liquor store, they're not going to be going, oh, that liquor store, it's such a good place to go to. It's so wholesome and churchy. No, it's evil. It's from hell. It's evil as hell. It's sin. It's pure sin, right? There's liquor stores all around here. But, he had to make the moolah. So he was doing, before that, he did gold and silver and diamonds. So that was a good business. But once that debt is paid for, then God will help me move on, and we'll go to another, maybe 2027, I don't know. But it is good to move on. I haven't stayed in the same spot my entire life, and maybe you do. Maybe you're watching your television from the entire time and never leave your area. That's fine. But I move around. I've lived in California, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Maine, and I've lived in different areas of Texas. All right, let's go feed Kitty.